Hello, my name is John Pinto. I'm a mathematician and amateur astronomer, and I'm going to be presenting Dominique Prinet's course on celestial navigation.
Welcome to episode 2 of Dominique Prinet's Celestial Navigation course. Today we're going to review some basic calculations in our base 60 systems, which is what we use when we're measuring angles or times. You can find more information about Dominique's courses and books at www.marinenavigationbooks.com. You can actually download these slide decks and work yourself through them as a review, or you want to work along with us as we go through these episodes. But I definitely recommend purchasing his books because there's lots of information there that we're definitely not going to be able to cover in these videos. So this is just a teaser. All right, so we need to just make sure you remember how to work with degrees and minutes, hours, minutes, seconds, doing just basic simple addition and subtraction. Now, this is probably the sort of thing you learned in 4th grade. I hope that this doesn't bring back terrible memories, but we're going to be doing a lot of this kind of stuff in celestial navigation. So why don't you try your hand at these on your own. Take out a piece of paper and pencil and give it a shot. Pause the video, and we'll come back and we'll work through each of these problems together. All right, let me turn on my pointer. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So let's take a look at the first problem. We want to add 358 degrees and 54.6 minutes to 3 degrees and 12.4 minutes. So let's start. So 6 and 4 is 10, so there's 0, carry the 1. 1 and 4 is 5, 5 and 2 is 7. 5 plus 1 is 6, so this is 67 minutes. Now, we know that degrees and minutes, we only go up to 59 minutes actually, 59.9 minutes. So 67 minutes is a little too large. So what we'll do is we'll take 60 minutes out of this, that's 1 degree, and we'll add it over here, so we'll carry a 1. So that's why we have only 7.0 here. So 1 and 8 is 9, 9 and 3 is 12, there's our 2, carry the 1. 1 and 35 is 36. Okay, we have another similar problem here where that's a little bit too large, right? We don't go above 360 degrees. Actually, normally we don't go above 359 degrees and 59.9 minutes. We definitely have to take 360 degrees out of this. So if we subtract out 360 degrees from it, we're left with 2 degrees, 0.7 minutes. Okay, let's try a subtraction problem. All right, so we want to subtract 48 degrees and 8.9 minutes from 124 degrees, 12.4 minutes. This could be a little bit of a problem because 12.4 is way smaller than 18.9. So we're going to have to take a degree off of this. So that's going to actually be 123 degrees. Add 1 degree here, which is 60 minutes. So this becomes 72.4. All right, so let's try our hand at it. 9 minus 4, I can't do that. We're going to need to borrow from 72 here. That's going to become 71. So that's 14 minus 9, that's a 5. Okay. And this has now become 1 minus 8. Can't do that. So again, we have to borrow 1 from the 7 here. That becomes a 6. So that becomes 11. 11 minus 8 is 3. That's good. And 6 minus 1 is 5. All right, so we're good with 53.5. All right, if you remember, that became 123. 8 minus 3, can't do that. Going to need to borrow. So that'll be 13 minus 8 is 5. This became an 11. 11 minus 4 is 7. 75 degrees, 53.5 minutes. Okay, enough with degrees and minutes. Let's try hours, minutes, and seconds. This would be where you're doing some manipulation with your times in celestial navigation. So we have 1 hour, 28 minutes, 35 seconds. We want to subtract out 11 hours, 32 minutes, 54 seconds. So right away you see this is way too small. How do you subtract 11 hours from 1 hour? What you do is you add 24 hours, right? Every 24 hours, the day starts over again. So we're going to add 24 to this. So this is going to say 25 hours, 28 minutes, and 35 seconds. All right, let's see how we're going to do this. Well, we got another problem. 54 minus 35, don't have enough seconds. We're going to have to borrow. So this 28 becomes 27. We add 60 seconds. This becomes 95 minus 54. 95 minus 54 is 41. All right, so now we're at 27 minus 32. Similar problem. Not enough minutes. So our 25 hours here is going to become 24 hours. We're going to borrow an hour. Add 60 minutes to it. That becomes 88. 88 minus 32 is, 27 because we had borrowed one. 87 minus 32 is 55. Finally, we're down to 24 minus 11, which is 13 hours. Now, one tricky thing to note is that normally these hours will be associated with a date. Say this was March 15th. If we were to subtract 11 hours from it, it's very possible, depending on the situation of what you're trying to calculate, this might now be the previous day. So instead of March 15th, this might be the date of March 14th. Something similar happens if you're adding two times together and you get a time as a result that's greater than 24 hours. That could be the following day. So again, make believe this was a calculation where we were starting off with March 15th and we added so many hours that it became greater than 24. You're actually looking at a time that's maybe March 16th associated with your result. So just be careful that when you're adding and subtracting time, to be conscious of the dates and the possibility that the dates might change based on your calculation. All right, so that's enough for episode 2. Episode 3, we're going to start looking at some of the basic concepts in coastal navigation, which is the basis for everything in celestial navigation. So stay tuned for episode number 3. Thank you very much.